I had promised you that I'd give you a list of reasons why a transcript out of Praat doesn't work in DARLA. I will present them to you now. DARLA gives you a longer list, but these are the ones that actually, in my experience, have caused the problems. So there's 5 of them. Typos. Yes, if you misspell a word that can cause a problem, it usually wouldn't. Usually it doesn't matter, and there's plenty of typos that have made it through DARLA over the years. However, in a case such as if a word is the only word on a line and it is not in a spelling that's in a dictionary, that can be a problem. For example, or if there's only one word in an interval, somebody might be saying I, and if the I is misspelled, if it's spelled as I or as a Y, those are not words in the dictionary. That can actually cause problems because every word is looked up in a dictionary in DARLA, which is necessary for the forced aligning. So every word that you transcribe will be found in a dictionary, and based on the dictionary entry, DARLA will find a phonetic model for that word, and it's like a statistical model, what the word is most likely to look like in spectrogram, in the sound wave. And DARLA will go looking for sound in the signal that looks most like the model that is based on the dictionary entry. So that can, if there's a longer sentence and there's an error in the middle of it, that is usually not a problem. Alignment will fail at that place, but some errors can be made up for, but not if that's the only word on a line. So typos are one possible reason. Next, the tier naming actually has to be sentence. I failed to mention this before, and I said call them speaker or something. It actually matters. Sentence. So the tier where you transcribe your speaker has to be called sentence, lowercase sentence. So in that info window that you get at the beginning of the Praat work, when you're creating your text grid and you're asked, what do you want to name the tiers? You write sentence into the first box, and the second box stays empty. Sometimes sounded transcript can be too long. What is too long? Well, I don't know. Anything over 30 minutes can become difficult, although we've had plenty of 30-minute files in there. 40 is probably too long. So 30, you're good, but you're reaching the upper limit. 40 is probably too long. That can be an issue. Isn't always, but can be. Typographic apostrophes always kill it, and this is a real issue. So while we're typing into Praat, this does not happen when you type your transcript directly into Praat, but a lot of the time people write their transcripts in a different software, like they don't want to be typing in Praat. They're transcribing, for example, in Word, and Word changes every apostrophe and every double quote, or at least it likes to do this, changes them into typographic ones. So instead of just being a straight little line, which an ideal apostrophe is, that the computer can read, Word likes to go in and replace it for a different symbol that goes, it's a little hook, a backward bend. That was my perspective. So I think so a little hook, and DARLA cannot handle that. DARLA needs straight apostrophes and straight double quotes. So this could be a problem. A good way to handle that is to go into Praat and do a find and replace, or open your text grid file before you upload it to DARLA. Open it in a text editor like Sublime Text Editor or BB Edit or Notepad Text Edit. Those are common text editor programs. And just replace, as I have here at the bottom of the screen, replace apostrophe for apostrophe. So it'll find anything that's like an apostrophe and take it out and put in a simple straight apostrophe. Finally, you need to start with a boundary at 0 seconds. So you can't be missing a boundary at 0. Another way of putting that is, it doesn't have to be right at 0, but it could be further in. But the first interval that has text in it has to have a boundary on the left. That boundary can be at 1 second or whatever. It's no issue. But you cannot start with a non-boundary. DARLA will fail. Okay, those are the 5 points to remember.